What's up, guys? I'm cutting my cigar before we start the show. Nice visa. There we go. What's up, Dustin? How are you tonight, brother? Excuse me. All right. So I was sitting home, and me and Jeanette were having a conversation, and we were talking about the show and what we were going to discuss today, cigars we're going to smoke, and then all around talking about life, right? While I was sitting there, I said, after we got off the phone, I said, I literally live within 5 minutes from one of the meccas of cigars. And I had just came here a few nights ago with Joe, the grunt. I was here with my queen, Jessica, and met up with some friends, and we were smoking cigars during the week. I said, you know what? I need to get out the house. I need to come to the shop. That kind of started it all for me. And I purchased the cigar from here that I'm smoking. So I was like, you know what? Let me come down. So I decided to come down to Corona Cigars on Stanley. If you have not been to Corona Cigars, today's going to be a great opportunity for you to check it out. What I'll do is I'll set up one of my phone and give you a little tour of the shop and what they have here to offer you. Okay. So without further ado, let's start the show. And welcome my co-host, Princess J.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, Princess? How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little tired. I am worn out. Gabriel just left. That's why the show's running an hour behind. Gabriel's mother came to the house to pick him up today, and her and I sat down to have a conversation about Gabriel's schooling. He does homeschool with me, but because we're traveling to New Hampshire tomorrow, he's going to finish off the rest of the week with her. And I'm pretty, I don't know if it's the military side of me or not, but I'm pretty regimented on how we do things in the morning. We wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning together. While he takes a shower and gets himself ready, I'm making breakfast for us. We sit down, I drink coffee, have breakfast. He drinks his chocolate milk and has his breakfast, which is every morning a bagel with cream cheese for him. And then we chill for about 30 minutes. And then we prep his 2 laptops and get him ready for school. So at her house, they do things differently. He wakes himself up whenever he decides to get up, handles his business, right? Makes himself breakfast, whatever he's going to eat, more than likely a piece of toast, bagel, whatever. And then he just sets himself up. But last time he was late to class, and he was having a lot of technical issues because, again, he's not used to setting up the Wi-Fi on his own and all that stuff. So her and I gave him one of our laptops, which is the one he uses for school, to take with him. I gave him a Mac, one of the tablets that he has, so he can do all his Zoom meetings with, and then just try to prep him, and educate her on, what he needs to do when he wakes up in the morning and what the teachers expect from him in class, right? Which is a lot. He can't, being in 3rd grade, being 8 years old, as tech savvy as he is, he still has a tough time on occasion. So,
Absolutely.
But being with him all week long, I swear, I am not as smart as a third grader. I'm not. We are, right now, I am learning my multiplication tables and learning how they teach it, right? I know how I learned math as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing these, I can't even explain it. I get Common Core. Everyone's going to comment, it's Common Core. Listen, it's not meant for our kids. I can't stand it. You know, teaching my son at home math the way his teacher teaches him and then the way I learned how to do it is confusing the crap out of my kids. And he's going back to his teacher and he says, well, he's doing a math problem, which is great. He's getting the right answer. He's just not doing it their way.
Yep.
You know, and he'll tell them that, well, my dad told me to do it this way. Well, this is not what we're teaching you in class. He goes, yeah, but I do class out of my bedroom. Right? So he's a smart ass. He's like, yeah, but my dad's my second teacher. Jessica's his second teacher. I mean, it's just a mess. What's up, Mike Holmes?
And that's the sad part, because that's what I had to deal with my son, is I taught him the old way of doing math. And when he tried to do the Common Core, he's like, Mom, forget about it. And my oldest one would get in trouble in school because he would do algebra, not show his work, get the correct answer. And the teachers would be like, okay, it's the correct answer, but it's wrong. And he goes, why? Is it not the right answer? And they're like, yeah. Well, what's wrong? And they're like, you didn't show your work. He goes, I don't need to show my work. Is it the right answer?
It's the right answer.
It's the right answer.
I agree with that. I mean, I think you need to show the work, and to some extent. But I want you to imagine this, and this was I said this to Jessica, I said this to his teacher the other day. If my son has a job working at Publix when he's 15 years old,
yeah,
and he's got to do easy math. You know how we do it. You have a customer comes up to the register, gives you a $20 bill, and then says, oh, here's 26 cents. What is my son going to do? Pull out a piece of paper, draw 28 boxes, and start figuring out how much change he's going to give him? No. Right?
Oh, my God.
At the end of the day, I'm going to ask Siri, how much change does, G.I. Joe gets for 22 cents, right? Whatever.
Yeah. And I see that a lot. I see a lot of kids who are coming out with that Common Core stuff, and they're just like, they don't know how to make change.
Hey, guys, if you're on the group page, please go back out to the description at the top or at the bottom of the description. It's going to ask you to allow Facebook to share your information with StreamYard. It's just so we can see your name and your picture, because right now you're showing up as Facebook user, and I'd like to put a face to a comment. I'm also not going to be looking at my comments too much, guys, because my laptop is hanging out on the chair next to me, and my camera is in front. So, and this is actually really hard to do because I am speaking to you, Jeanette, and I'm so used to looking at you, and I'm looking at myself. And don't get me wrong, I'm a little shallow, and I admire myself a lot. I mean, fantastic in this light.
That's what makes us. That's what makes us Libras love each other, because we are shallow like that. We are all about our beauty.
I say it, yeah, and I'm all about this. Look at this beard, though. I mean, I just took a shower, and I ran some oils through it and blew it out and combed it. I mean, it looks nice. Look at that.
I know. Look at that.
Bonus in it.
It's getting thick. It's like really thick.
That's what she said.
It looks good. It's really good.
All right, so everyone that's watching, everyone that tunes in later on, we are at Corona Cigar on Sand Lake in Orlando, Florida. So I was here the other night, Jeanette, and I bought, I don't know, like always, I bought a lot of cigars. We were out here drinking, smoking, and I decided to purchase a cigar that I've been wanting to try and I haven't tried yet, which is the JC Neman Yagua. Yagua? Is that how you pronounce it? It's really, when I say it, I keep thinking Gremlin. I keep thinking Gizmo. But it's a Yagua. You know what I mean? Like that's what's in my head. I'm sorry, but that's what's in my head. So I'll tell you what I found really interesting, and I'm gonna read a couple of notes that I have. Guys, I'm gonna use my phone for this too, because I was enjoying reading about this cigar. I enjoyed the fact that it's not made the typical way that we make cigars right now, that what we're used to, right? I like that they're paying homage to 1940 style Cuban roots, kind of with what I've again with what I've read. If I'm wrong, feel free to comment on the bottom and educate me. But I like that they didn't make this cigar on the press. Sorry, I picked it. So every cigar, someone commented. Actually, I believe I'm not going to say. Somebody wrote a review on the cigar and was commenting on its look, and I'm going to try it, guys. So maybe from the front. There we go. If you notice, it's not perfectly round. And this is the
No, it's
cigar I'm
not
going to
like
smoke tonight. It's got almost like it almost looks like it's a box press, but the box press was broken, right?
or almost triangular. It has like that triangular look to it.
But they're all absolutely different. Every single cigar is rolled. See the press on this one?
Oh,
Look
wow.
at that. Yeah. And here's the third one because I bought a few the other night. So you see, it's all different.
Yeah.
So it's not. I don't. By no means do I expect this cigar to burn evenly. Okay, that's one. Two. I do like that they did this because it's gonna. I feel for me, it's gonna give it a more natural feel to smoking. Right? It's not round. It's not perfect. I like that. So when the way they're rolled, and I wrote that down real quick. So this particular cigar, Yagua cigar, is made by JC Neman, and any information you guys want on this particular cigar, you can find at jcnewman.com. You can also find it at halfwheel.com, and you can find this cigar here at coronacigar.com. Now, when you go to coronacigar.com, when you go to the search, just type in Yagua, Yagua, and there's going to be a description, right? You're going to have a selection. It's a 6x54 Toro. That's the only cigar that's this size that's available. That's how it's made. It'll be more descriptive there and give you details about the cigar. So something I've read that Lazaro Lopez had said was this particular cigar, rather than using modes, would roll cigars and wrap them tightly in royal palm leaves to give them the shape. So when you see the bundle, what's up, brother? When you see this bundle of cigars together wrapped in the leaf, that pressure of all those cigars being tightly wrapped is what's giving it its shape, right? Which again, so the one that's dead center might be a little bit more, I don't know, box pressy. I don't know how to say it than the red. And again, I did find one the other day that was almost perfectly round. So it was really cool. I was intrigued. I say really cool, but I was intrigued by it. And then I was on halfwheel.com, and I was reading. I've been reading as much as I could about this cigar the last couple of days, and something that was weird to me, and my palate's a little off today, but I've been smoking fucking the strongest cigars I can find at home today. Full flavored, full bodied, sitting home working on the website. And so I'll tell you about this cigar real quick, Jeanette. The wrapper is Connecticut broadleaf from here in the USA. The binder and filler is Nicaraguan. This is what I found interesting was the aromas, right? Not getting into the flavor profile. The aromas that they wrote in their reviews said they got aroma of beef, poultry, chocolate, cedar. One of them even wrote semi-sweet brownie flavor. I'm like, hold on a second. Am I having dinner and dessert with this cigar? Right? Like that's what it was killing me. I was like, all right, I got to smoke this thing. I need to try it out. Oh yeah. And based on, that's good. And based on everything I read on the flavor profile, I said, you know what? Another reason why I need to go to Corona Cigar. So besides the fact that Corona Cigar is so well known for its cigar selection, they've got 4 great cigar shops if you haven't visited them. The one I'm in today, Corona Cigar Sand Lake, Orlando. You have Corona Cigar in Lake Mary. You have Corona Cigar downtown Orlando. And then you have the Tampa Davidoff. All 4 shops are beautiful,
Hmm.
and each one has a unique quality to it. Because I used to work in this particular shop, and because I have made some great friends, like my buddy Billy, who's sitting across from me right now, and a lot of guys that are actually with Jessica right now, sitting outside smoking and across from me. The relationships I've built here with customers that have become friends, everyone, all the employees that work here are great friends of mine. It makes it a lot more enjoyable for me when I come out here to smoke cigars. And I
Yep.
travel to so many shops, you know. Um, but just to give you a little bit of a sneak peek here, it's gonna be a little messy. I gotta pick up the camera. All those cigars in the back there. I mean, and we'll take
Yep.
a walk with the camera in a little while. I'll set up the cell phone and walk around the shop. But it's a unique experience when you come here. But what I was getting to was, Jeanette, what I think the greatest thing about every single one of the Corona cigar shops is that if you're a cigar enthusiast and you enjoy a good cigar and you're a cigar geek, right? Like you and
Hmm.
I are, and like many of you are that are watching, you have a great opportunity here because you can come to this shop, okay? You can come to this shop and say, Bear, who's the bar manager here, is freaking amazing. And he used to work with cigars in the past before he became the bar manager. So at this particular shop, you can come here, pick out a cigar that you want that fits your profile, and then walk right up to the bar and say, "Hey, listen, I'm smoking this cigar. This is what I read about it. These are the notes it has. You know, blah 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 blah." And they help me pair it with a nice whiskey, a nice scotch, a nice bourbon, a
Hmm.
nice mixed drink, and they will do that. But you can do that at every single one of their shops. There's always a tobacconist or a bartender there that knows how to pair their cigars really, really well with the liquor, with the spirits that they have there. Um, so I did the same thing today. I sat down with one of the bartenders and the bar manager, and I said, "Hey, listen, this is what I'm smoking. This is what I've read in the flavor profiles. On reviews, what flavor profiles it has. What's a great drink to pair it with?"
Hmm.
He already knows what I like to drink. I come here enough. I've worked here, so I'm actually pairing it. Hey, Bear, can I see the bottle? I'm 5 feet away from the bar.
I gotta say hi to someone really quick. Hey
Go
JT, I
for it.
have not talked to JT in
Go ahead.
forever. What's going on, man? Hello, Mo. Heart hands. As I'm dropping everything.
It's all good. So listen, I decided to, with Bear's help, the bar manager, I'm pairing my drink today, my cigar, with the Horse Soldier single barrel, and this is a Corona cigar selection, right? So Jeff Borshowitz picks the barrels. You see right there, Corona Cigar Company on the
Yes.
bottle. This is number 101. It looks like, I can't see the proof on this one. It's written there, but it's a little smudged. 13 year. I love Horse Soldier. I'm a big supporter of Horse Soldier, which we can actually talk about. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. And that's what I'm drinking right now. So Horse Soldier, single barrel, hand selected by Jeff Borchowitz. Hand selected the barrels for this particular shop for that particular bottle. So that I know that this is going to be a good mix. So that's what you're going to find, guys. Corona cigars. It's not just great cigars. It's pairing. If you like to pair your cigars and get those notes out of your cigar and mix it really well with your spirits, scotch, whiskey, your bourbon, your wine. The wine selection here, I'm looking right at it. I mean, it's wall to wall from here down with just wine. You also have your champagne. You have top of the line. It's all top shelf stuff. So without further ado, let's light this baby. And before I do, Jeanette, what are you smoking tonight? And tell
What
me a
am
little
I?
bit about it.
Okay, so I am smoking the Agonor Salif Maduro. This is the Castro Fernandez. All right. So this particular cigar is a San Andreas wrap with a Nicaraguan binder and filler. So, you know, I'm one. I go ahead. I read what they say you're going to taste in it, but you know
Did you
how I
get
feel
that?
about that. You
Yep.
know how I feel
Well,
about that. I mean,
everyone's
come on.
palate's different, so you're not always going to catch all those notes.
Maybe I'm tasting unicorn poop. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
A little something out of Mike Holmes' handbook.
Yeah, no. Okay,
Shirtless
so
Mike.
yeah, right. So for my palate, I definitely taste the chocolate notes in this. It does have a chocolate node. I noticed that with the San Andreas wraps, you get a lot of chocolate from that, and it almost has like the cinnamony kind of chocolate. So it reminds me of Mexican chocolate or like Mexican hot cocoa. But
Okay.
what I'm pairing with it actually enhances it because I'm actually drinking something called monkey juice, which is it's a keto thing.
Okay.
And so what it is it's a scoop of protein powder, a scoop of peanut butter, chocolate, PB2, which is a powdered peanut butter. It's coffee. It's got a scoop of coconut oil in it and a scoop of butter in it. And you blend it together, and it's called monkey juice. So that actually is accentuating the chocolate node and that cinnamon node. It does have a little pepper. And listen, guys, when I say pepper, you could sit there and break it down. White pepper, black pepper. What the pepper tastes like ground pepper, not hard. And that's what I'm getting from it because of what I'm drinking with it.
Okay. And what's the name of that cigar? That's the Aganorsa.
It's the Aganorsa leaf Maduro, and it's the Casa Fernandez. So I'll show it in the.
Right. I see it. They have that cigar here. I used to smoke it a lot when I worked here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Mo Man. So Mo Man right there is one of my battle buddies, U.S. Army Strong. Thanks for the support, my brother. I appreciate you.
Then you have Brian who says, "Hey guys, and look, Kevin Gold."
Brian, as always, my friend. Kevin Gold, my brother from Rockefeller Cigars. So I have to post pictures. I've been smoking the Rock all week long, man. So about the last 2 weeks, like crazy. So, what's up, Kev? Actually, Kevin, you're watching now, brother. We gotta talk, man. We gotta talk. That's all I'm gonna say. We gotta talk.
I got a question for you. When he won that prize, did you send him Rockefellers?
No, I sent him Davidoff.
Oh, you should have sent him a Rockefeller
Yeah.
first.
So I sent him. I sent him Davidoff cigars. I think it was Master Blend number 2, right? Because I know I have a lot of those in my collection for the cigars I smoke a lot of. I believe, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what I sent him. I know it was Davidoff for sure, but I really do think it was Master Blend.
I love Kevin, man.
One of the cigars I smoked.
I love Kevin. He is amazing.
Oh yeah. So right off the bat,
what are you getting? What are you getting?
I'm not getting. So when earlier I had taken I smoked one earlier today. It's definitely a medium bodied cigar, maybe to the full side, because I can feel it on the back of my palate, the strength of it. And right now I'm just lighting it, but again, look at the burn on this cigar. Again, not perfect, but pretty damn good.
Yeah.
For the way the cigar is made. What I like about the cigar is the wrapper on this. I love those deep colors on a wrapper. It looks nice to me. And guys, I don't do reviews by no means. Do not think I'm doing a review, please.
No, this is not a review.
I'm just telling you what my take on this cigar. I really do like the unevenness of the cigar. I think it really gives it some depth. It's nice and firm. I'm getting a really nice draw out of it.
All right, I have to be a little bit of a dick. What did you say the binder and filler on that was? Is it Nicaraguan?
It's all Nicaraguan, yeah. It wasn't specific. I couldn't find anything specific on it.
Okay.
The wrapper is Connecticut broadleaf.
Okay.
All those flavors, and we'll see how it smokes. What's weird, I don't want to say meatiness out of it, but that first 2 pulls on the money, perfect. This cigar goes great with my profile. This is a cigar that I can, again, I like my medium and full bodied cigars, but I like I like something that Jack Serrano said from Espinosa Cigars. It's not just about liking full flavor. A lot of us start smoking Oliva cigars, Padron, Perdermo cigars, going for the lighter Connecticut wrappers, thinking that that's where most people start off, right? They don't know cigars really well. You start off with something that's light. That's what you're looking for in color. And then you work your way up and you start smoking, your Habanos and your Maduros and experimenting. And what I look for in a cigar isn't necessarily strength. I like a full flavored cigar. It doesn't matter if I'm smoking an Oliva G or if I'm smoking the 5 Series or I'm smoking even a Tabernacle. I'm a big fan of Espinosa cigars. I'm a big fan because of Jolene, the Duchess. I smoked because of her. She got me smoking God of Fire cigars, which are always on point. I'm looking for flavor. I want to enjoy it. Have I picked up the cigar and been like, what is this? Yes, I have.
Yep.
Some of those cigars come from the factory, straight to the box, straight to the shelf in the shop. You got to let them rest, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I am a strong believer that a cigar should be rested at the factory before coming to market for at least 2-3 months. It's not rushing it, right? I don't want to rush. I'm not going to get into the specifics of the why. We can talk about that at another show.
Yeah.
But I really believe that cigars need to rest. Okay.
Absolutely.
So that when you put them in the box and you send them out, and every cigar is going to be different, guys. It's a natural product. But for me, we're coming out with a cigar next year, and I want my cigar to be enjoyable, guys. I want you to grab the cigar, smoke it, and then buy another one, right? And enjoy that cigar. I don't want you to grab my cigar, smoke it, get halfway through that cigar and say, I'm not a fan, and never smoke it again, or never purchase it again, or never offer it to one of your friends. I want my cigars wet, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm a little particular with that, and I look for that on the box. Usually you won't see me buy a brand new cigar. Right? It's a sticker. Like this cigar whenever it came out recently. I'll usually wait a few weeks before I buy it, and then I'm gonna let it sit in my humidor a few weeks before I even smoke it. I'm gonna take the time to rest it. That way, I know the flavor profile is gonna change. Whether I'm gonna enjoy it or not, it's gonna totally be different. So if somebody does a review on a cigar and they rush it, guaranteed if they smoke that cigar, and we're talking like, I'm not going to mention names again, but some of those big reviewers, they rush or they get spent watching the cigar. They smoke that cigar, they do a review on it. Let them do a review on that cigar 6 months from now. I bet you anything it'll be different. It would be different. I bet money on that. It's going to be different.
I do a little differently. So what I do is when I buy a box of cigars, I smoke one of the cigars out of the box, because this way I kind of get an idea of what the flavor is. And then when I'm done smoking that cigar, I know how long, just because for me, I know how long I need to let it rest to where it's the flavor that I want it to be. So I can smoke a cigar and say, okay, well, this needs to rest for my palate 6 weeks, 6 months, a year, just so I can get it to where I want it for my palate. And that's what I do.
Like I said, I do something similar. I'm not going to say that I don't buy a box of cigars and I don't try it. I always try it. But the majority of those cigars, they're going to rest. If I smoke one cigar, maybe 2 cigars out of the box, just to I want to get a feel. Normally, this is the truth. I'm over here trying to bullshit you, and I don't like doing that. I want to see how it transitions today versus tomorrow, or versus 6-7 weeks from now. Like I said, what I like in a cigar isn't just the flavor profile, like a full flavored cigar. I want to see the notes. So if you do some research, Connecticut broadleaf is supposed to taste like, ABCD. Am I going to catch any of those notes? If that cigar, Nicaraguan tobacco, has a distinct flavor compared to a Dominican cigar. am I going to catch those notes? The other thing I really, really enjoy in a cigar is complexity. I don't want to smoke a cigar, and I don't like these reviews on a cigar. Someone smokes a cigar and they say, from the time they lit it to the time they finished, they got to the nub, it was the same cigar. Why would you want to smoke that? Right?
Yeah.
And what kind of review is that? That seems like a half-assed review. I want to smoke a cigar that, the first quarter of the cigar, I'm getting particular notes, and it's building up to the first half of the cigar, which, again, flavor profile is going to change. And that last third of the cigar, again, flavor profile is going to change. That's what I enjoy in a cigar. That's what I look for when I'm saying I want flavor profile to change. I'm looking for very particular notes, and I want complexity. I want change in the company. I never go to a restaurant and say, let me get a steak by itself. I want steak. I want mashed potatoes. I don't do vegetables, guys. I'm a carnivore.
I do.
But I want a steak. And then I get dessert. I want my tiramisu. I want my flan. I want some chocolate cake. I want something different. And then I might be drinking scotch or whiskey or bourbon during my meal, and also a Coke. At the end of that, I want my coffee with my dessert.
Absolutely.
I want change. You know what I mean?
I want change. I mean, like, the nice thing about consistency, though, because I'm not putting that down, because there are cigars where I do, when I wanna reset my palate, I'll do a cigar that has consistency straight through, just to like what I consider reset is because when I know that I'm going to be smoking a lot of cigars with like different tones and everything, and before I get there, I just want a cigar that's consistent all the way through, just so that, build my palate, And then when I go to smoke that other cigar that has like the different flavors throughout the whole entire cigar, I'm more likely to recognize it. I'm more likely to recognize it. I can see it. I can go, ooh. And the first, because I know everybody breaks it down into thirds. I break it down into quarters. So in the first quarter, this is what I tasted. In the second quarter, this is what I tasted. In the third quarter, because I smoke my cigar to the nub, and then sometimes past that. So
that's why I like what you're saying, and I can agree with you on the consistency of the cigar. That's why a lot of people smoke a cigar like a Padron, right? You're always going to have that consistency. And I agree with you on, I'm not saying, hey, don't smoke those cigars. You want that consistency. We all look for that consistency in a cigar. Mm-hmm. But what is consistency? Is it, okay, like you said, is it going to be just, hey, I got the same flavor profile from the time I lit it to the time I got into the nub? Or is consistency just that it's a nice, even burn all the way through, that it doesn't shut off on you every 10 seconds, that you're not lighting it over and over and over again, that it's got a nice creaminess from the time you lit it, so you finished it, that you enjoyed the smoke, right? Some people have these, I see everyone smoking different cigars here tonight. You see some with a very mild smoke coming out when they pull and let it out. And then you see these big, giant, puffy clouds of white. Is that consistency? I think consistency for everyone's a little bit different. But yes, smoking a cigar that is consistent every single time, regardless of the brand, is important. And something that you and I promote is venturing out. Okay? Mm-hmm. If you only smoke one particular brand day in and day out, when you smoke a quality cigar, when you smoke quality tobacco, you might not necessarily be able to distinguish that cigar. You might not be able to enjoy that cigar.
Absolutely.
And really appreciate the tobacco, appreciate the time and effort that went into making that cigar.
Exactly. So, that's why I change it up, because if I'm smoking the same cigar all the time, my palate is never going to grow. It's always going to be stuck on that particular thing. So it never develops and it never grows. So that's why for me, I like to smoke different cigars. And my favorite cigar of all is the one in my hand, and the one someone hands me that I've never tried before, because then I'm like, hell yeah.
What's my favorite cigar? Let's see, Jeanette, if you pay attention. And that what's my favorite cigar?
Other than the Davidoff, the one in your hand.
The next one.
The one.
Everyone, I get asked this all the time, and I've said it a billion times in the show, guys. I'm here tonight, and I guarantee you, when I get up and walk around after the show, someone's going to ask me, what's your favorite cigar? My favorite cigar is always going to be the next cigar. I do have a Reaching in my collection at home. We actually just got a brand new wine fridge, which I'll show you guys later. I'll post it up there. Which we'll see if we're going to throw cigars in there or get another one. But my collection is there's a lot of diversity in it. And I've got the Winador, 4 Humidors. I have a Tupperdoor, and it's a good mix. There's a variety in there. If I stay true to how I started smoking cigars, I'm a big fan of the Illusion line.
I do like Illusion.
Big shout out to Robert Allen from Cigars for Warrior at Rosin Cigar Emporium in Ocala, Florida. So when I first met Robert and Mike, the owner, we're going back maybe 5 years or 4 years ago, and I asked Robert and Mike, hey, this is what I'm used to smoking. This is what normally when I smoke. Can you recommend something that, around that medium bodied to mild cigar? And he's like, try this cigar. This is my daily smoke. When I walk in here, I always grab one of these. He handed me an Illusion 88, or was it 88? Yeah, I think it was Illusion 88. And let me tell you, immediately lit it. Great profile, great burn. Really enjoyed this cigar. I ended up buying every other week. I was going into I go to the shop a lot, but every other week, every paycheck, so every 2 weeks, I was buying a box of the Reader's Zone, so I made sure I was stocked up. I was afraid that everyone's going to find out the secret, and I'm not going to be able to find the cigar at my own shop. But I love the Don Pepin line.
I do too.
I'm a big My Father cigar follower myself. I love the My Father brand in general as a whole. I've not to this day picked one of those cigars up. It doesn't matter which one it is. That has
you didn't like.
Wrong. I've liked them all. Really enjoyed them. The other cigar I would have to say is in my wheelhouse of cigars that, again, something I started off with that I've, again, never really had a bad cigar is Joe Rico line. They're affordable cigars. You can, $7-8 for a cigar, maybe less, but $7-8 into the $10 range. I believe. I think I've never done you wrong. I've really enjoyed them all. Now, if you're going into the big boutique cigars or the bigger brands, staying away from the big bars. I'm a huge fan of the Espinosa line.
I am too.
Yeah, big fan of the Espinosa line. Let's see what else is up there.
Well, see, I like the Illusion. The Rothschild. Oh, my goodness. And listen, to be honest with you, I know I keep talking about it, but that K by Karen Maduro. Oh my God, I smoked the whole box. I'm going to make a trip up there because I'm going to go, instead of purchasing it online and letting it come down, I'm going to make a day trip and drive all the way up to Don Kiki just to purchase them. So
yeah, well, it's a long drive. I say support the shop wherever you can, guys. And you and I talk about this all the time. I'd rather purchase a cigar from a brick and mortar than buying online. But if I can buy online from a brick and mortar, I'm all for it. Recently, you and I purchased cigars from a shop. It's an online retailer because they carry a particular cigar that we're looking for, and they support each other, which we won't discuss right now. But at DonKikiCigars.com, you can find an amazing selection of cigars, not just K by Karen and Don Kiki cigars. You can get your Padrones there. You can get, just a variety of cigars. So her boutique selection is fantastic as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I like about it. But see, for me, the reason why I want to drive up there is, one, I want to go say hi to Karen if she happens to be there, and two, It's right there on the beach, and I take the Jeep. Maybe I'll even drive on the beach with the Jeep.
Yeah, you have a great opportunity to do it. Like one block over on the left. Yep.
Exactly.
The Don Kiki Superstore is an amazing shop. But since we're talking about online retailers and brick and mortars, I think it was a really bold move. Bold move what Michelob Cigars did. Did you read about that?
No, I didn't.
So, correct me again if I'm wrong, guys. I read a lot and I get my stories mixed up. But they decided to pull themselves out with a few companies, online retailers, because they want to support the brick and mortars on a different level. And although I read harsh reviews and I read great reviews on that particular embarkment by that company, I think it's a great move because as much as you and I say, my brother, I'll talk to you soon, you leaving? As much as we talk about, hey, support the brick and mortar, we know we can get better deals online, right?
Yes.
You go to coronacigar.com right now, you're going to see amazing deals that also includes liquor, right? So you can buy a particular box of cigars. It might come with a bottle of scotch or whiskey or whatever. They have amazing deals going on here. I'm looking right at them right now on the counter. And they're not necessarily getting those kind of deals with other retailers, but big online retailers can afford to spend a lot of money to purchase cigars, and that hurts the brick and mortars when I can go buy a box of cigars, a box of cigars here at a brick and mortar for $150. I might be able to find it on a retailer for $110, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because they can discount it to close to wholesale and they're still making money on it. But what does that do to the brand? What's that say about a brand, a particular cigar, if you're selling it for X amount of dollars, like this guy's selling it for cheaper? Why isn't it that price all the time?
Well,
and
the other thing too is people forget, like with the brick and mortar, they have to pay overhead.
Yeah,
so they have to pay to keep the lights on, to pay employees, to they have a lot of overhead. So people forget that. And where with a catalog or a online store, they don't have the same type of overhead.
Right. So with them doing that though, I respect that a lot. I think it's a bold move, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but I hope other manufacturers do the same thing, or put in writing you can't discount our cigar.
Well, see, and that's the thing. No, that's the thing. See, a lot of people don't know that, but a lot of the manufacturers and a lot of the brand owners do tell them you can't discount, because this was an issue that I had learned with brick and mortars, because one might want to do a discount and they're like, no, you can't do that. There's a lot of inside stuff that people don't know.
Yeah, they give them a cap.
Yeah,
and you can do a discount, but it can't be more than 10% off of the retail price, not wholesale retail price.
Exactly.
But you can get a lot of cigars under wholesale when you're talking about online retailers, And then you got things like Cigar Bid and this, that, and the other, where you can get them for pennies on the dollar. But, what happened with, and I'll say it again, what happened at Bellicoso sucks. When someone invests in a cigar lounge to give us an opportunity to have our own place to enjoy this beautiful tobacco, to enjoy a nice smoke, and then they have to shut down, that sucks.
That's crappy.
That's horrible. And the way that it itself played out was pretty bad.
Yeah, exactly.
And COVID has a huge part to do with this, which is crazy to blame it on a fucking virus, but the brick and mortars are suffering. Granted, here not so much, right? Here, and most of the cigar lounges we've been to lately, they've been packed. Executive Cigar, we had an amazing event the other day with the Espinosa cigars. Wall to wall, it was packed. We shut the bar down, locked the doors, I'm out there till 3 or after midnight. smoking cigars, drinking, having a great time. Great atmosphere, great event. But not every lounge has that opportunity. You know what I mean?
Well, prime example, Smoke Inn. Let's talk about Smoke Inn for a second. So there was an issue in Palm Beach County where they were closing down even the cigar shops, and they were telling them, if you sell cigars, we're going to shut you down. And that was the issue that they're dealing with. Let me just say, not all shops have that luxury of being able to be open and have indoor seating, and that's what hits them hard. That's what's hitting a lot of these brick and mortars hard, is because they're not allowed to open their doors because of the whole COVID and them. Once again, it's a lot of political bullshit that's going along with it. I happen to be lucky because in the county that I'm in, all my cigar shops are open. I can sit inside, outside, but there is still a mask. We still have to wear a mask, and it's limited on how many people can be in some of these places.
Right. Usually 50% capacity is what I'm getting right now. And some you can't drink that. Hey, babe. Sit down.
I'm outside. The bugs are coming out.
You can't even sit inside if you want to drink. If you want to drink alcohol, you have to sit outside to drink. Even you can purchase it there, but you got to sit outside and smoke it. You can't drink in shops unless they serve food. If they serve food and they have the proper licensing, then you can smoke and drink inside.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of places are still grab and go. A lot of places you have to go in and it's a grab and go. You grab it and you leave. But see, for me, I like being in a brick and mortar because, I like going in. I like sitting down. I like talking to the people. I like getting to know people, enjoying a cigar with other people, finding out what they think, seeing what new cigar blends there are. So
I have good news today. Right?
Uh-oh. Yep. She going back to work?
Yeah, she goes back next week. Yep. So for you that don't know, Lady Cigar Enthusiast has been on furlough since all this started, and it's been hard on us, but we've been able to. We do, obviously, you guys know we do a lot of traveling, dipping into our savings and our funds so we can do certain things to bring a nice show to you, to show you different brick and mortars. And you know what? Just enjoy the day, right? Just enjoy life. But yeah, she goes back to work next week. We got the news, a couple of weeks ago, but today it was announced through the company that she was coming back in her role. So we're out here celebrating tonight.
Yay!
Another reason we came here to Corona.
Exactly. You can go celebrate with friends. That's a nice thing.
For all of you watching right now, how would you like to see the shop?
Let's do it.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try something different instead of getting the phone and getting all crazy, guys. Because it's going to be, it always gets chaotic when I do that. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try something. I'm going to pick up all my gear. I'm going to pick up my laptop. I'm going to pick up the camera. We're going to go for a walk. So, I apologize in advance because we're going to get a lot of movement out of this. But I'm going to try my best to keep it as steady as I can. Obviously, I'm on a tripod. I can put the tripod down and give you guys a nice look at the shop. So it'll be from a distance. So I'm going to we have multiple aisles here. I'm going to put my laptop on a counter and have my tripod right in front of the aisle so you can see the aisle and really appreciate the shop. All right. So if you guys are good with that, we can rock and knock it out.
Let's do it. Now, it's been a long time since I've been to Corona at Sand Lake. It's been a long time, so I need to get my tushy back up there.
And a little shout out to my brother Kevin Shahan from Cigar Prop. And I tapped that ash. I got his coin and his cigar rest coin, and it's also a bottle opener.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm utilizing my.
Oh, I left my cigar stand inside. I got my mail bomb from him.
I got my coin. It's a
Oh,
Mayan coin, or Mayan style coin. It's got a Mayan symbol in there. It's got all the hieroglyphs around the coin, just like my tattoo, or the Cigar Enthusiast coin, which is also by my side, as always. But
absolutely.
very, it's got a lot of similarities. So I really love that he gave me this. So thank you, Kevin.
Just so you could see, I always carry my coin.
Yes, ma'am.
Always got it.
I'm packing some of my shit up here. So
So I gotta give props to Kevin Shan, man. That guy, I love him so much. He is such a nice guy, and he's so helpful. And I got a mail bomb from him, and I was so happy to get it. I got my minion. I got my minion.
oh, you got the Minion
The cigar prop minion.
dog
Yep.
tag. That thing
Listen,
rocks.
I hung it in my Jeep on the rearview mirror. I had to.
All right, guys, it's happening. Hold on. So I know it's dimmed down because it goes on battery power now.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing about this laptop is that I can fold it and not lose anything. Oh. Yeah, so we have switched to tablet mode. All right, my people.
So what? So while we're waiting for you to grab everything, I just
No
want to say,
waiting,
hey
it's
guys,
happening.
well, I'm going to talk while you're walking. So guys,
All right.
please do us a favor. Go check out our webpage at www.cigar-enthusiast.com. You can actually see we have apparel. We also have humidors and lighters and cutters and everything that you could use for a cigar. Also, if you'd like to see the shops that we have gone to, please go to the brick and mortar and you can see the shops that we've gone to. We have maps there. So in case you get lost, because, you know, I'm blonde and I get lost easily. Please go check that out too. And you can also check out some of those shops. And when you purchase from them, we also have a lot of the shops. We have 5-packs that we've helped put together. So do check that out. Once again, it's www.cigar-enthusiast.com. Uh-oh. I think we're losing Ray a little bit. And this is the joy of life. Yep, I got you now.
All right, so here at the shop, you have a great selection of through the shop, besides the cigar selection that they have here. I'm going to carefully walk through here. So I have my internet phone, with the internet connected to my back.
Yes, and this is the joy of life.
You gotta come and see me or not?
I can. You're still frozen, sweetheart.
All right, hold on.
There you. Yeah, you're cutting in and out there.
That's all right. It happens.
And we get to see that beautiful beard. I like when you freeze on that beautiful beard. But you're good. You're good now.
You got me?
There you are. I got you.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, got you good.
All right. So what's great about the shop is the abundance of selection, right? So you're going to have
Yes.
again, every cigar that you can find in the shop is here. And I'm sorry, guys, that the internet, I'm playing it off my phone today because I couldn't log on to the house internet. I tried multiple times, it wouldn't catch, and it wouldn't give me great signal. So again, I'll try to show you a little bit more of the shop. Okay. But you have great selection, great accessories, and again, employees with knowledge, right?
Yes.
So you come here, you talk to the tobacconists that work here, they're going to help you select the right cigar for your palate, all right, and for your particular profile. And that's really important when you go to a shop. You don't want to go to a. It's not that you don't want to go to a shop. I personally don't like going to a shop, and I've seen it so many times. And someone's new to the cigar industry and says, hey, I smoked this cigar with a friend of mine. It was okay. Can you point me to something in a lighter direction, or point me to a particular cigar? They don't go into. They don't try to find out what their palate is, right? They don't
Yeah.
they don't ask them what they drink, how they eat, blah blah blah. Other cigars they might have smoked in the past. Maybe you smoked a My Father and you want something similar to that. What's similar to a My Father? And you can say, you know what? That's this kind of blend. That's this kind of cigar. Let me direct you to this particular blend that is going to be close
Similar.
to that, right? If you're smoking
Yep.
Dominican cigars, let me introduce you to another Dominican cigar. Or you're smoking Nicaraguan, let me direct you to a Nicaraguan cigar. Or let me introduce you to a Dominican cigar that's going to use the same kind of wrapper or the same kind of binder or something similar that's going to, again, develop that palate.
Yep.
That's one of the things that I really enjoy about Corona Cigar, or respect out of Corona Cigars. And working here, it helped me develop that skill.
Mm-hmm.
And for the majority of the employees at tobacconists that work here, that's what you're getting, is professionalism when it comes down to the cigar, right?
Yep.
So, again, real quick, just to show you what the aisle looks like. And this is just one aisle of many, right? And I'm going to try to turn this, right? So you have a beautiful selection of cigars. It's an open humidor, open room concept. You always have humidity being pumped through the vents above the humidor, which you can see there. Again, you have good quality tobacco, good quality cigars, and knowledgeable staff. So if you go, again, for anyone watching, if you're looking for humidors, cigars, accessories, check out coronacigar.com. Let me raise that camera up a little bit, guys. My camera's low. Go to coronacigar.com and you can check out everything that they have to offer and the great deals they have during all this COVID nonsense. Because they do put out some really, really amazing deals out there. My brother, you left one job to come to this job. You left one job to come to another job. Yeah, so.
I gotta say this.
I was just
Tyler just said something funny. He goes, "Hey, I need some cigars. I'll take one of everything."
brother, one of everything.
Yeah,
Seriously,
right?
I'm gonna try this one more time walking around.
Nope, don't try. Nope. Stay still. Stay still. I swear, as soon as he walks towards that laptop, it just shuts off. Oh my goodness. So now you're stuck with me. So like I said, I'm going to go back to saying the same thing. Go check out our webpage, www.cigar-enthusiast.com. We do have accessories. That's also where you can find the coins that we have. We have our challenge coins, the same beautiful challenge coins that we were showing you earlier. Those are actually on there as well. You're still cutting in and out there, Bubs. I'd say set it down and back it up. So we just lost Ray. He should be back on shortly, I am sure. Welcome back. I can tell you though that I've been to the Sand Lake Corona cigar shop and it is absolutely beautiful. There are several different aisles. They have a wide array of cigars. Anything for any palate. Anything for any palate.
He loves it.
Love you, pal.
So David said he needed to pick up some FSGs. Just so that you guys know, they actually have
The
a line.
FSGs are right behind me.
Yes.
Yeah, So the
They have a
FSG,
honey now.
yeah, they've had, they're using so they have a beekeeper that is local there that pollinates, um, I guess
The tobacco leaf.
tobacco or,
Yep.
they release them there on the tobacco farm and then collect them, and then they go off and make their honey. So it gives the honey a different flavor. They
It is
sell it
so
here.
good.
That honey's really good. Yeah, the honey's
Yes.
really good here. They sell the bottles as FSG honey. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
If you're into honey, you want it in your teas and whatnot, for sure, get it at CigarEnthusiast.com. So the Florida sun-grown tobacco, for you that don't know FSG really well, I think it's for me, I think it's more of a medium-bodied cigar. It's using an all-American tobacco. It's grown right here in Florida, in the Claremont area, and sent to the Nicaragua, the Drew Estate Factory in Nicaragua, to prep and make cigars. I mean, it's a good cigar.
Yes, it is.
I don't smoke them. It's not my day-to-day, but I do smoke an FSG, maybe once a week. I have a big collection. Obviously, when I was working here, what was I buying? A lot of FSGs. Every time the American from JC Neman came in, I bought myself a box or a handful of cigars. You're never going to find, you might not be able to find, this is what's great about what we're doing, right? It's promoting those, not just the brick and mortars, but boutique cigars.
Yes.
The cigars that you might not necessarily find at your local brick and mortar. So, hold on one second. Let me just plug in my camera.
I was going to say plug in.
Yeah, the power, because without the power, it shuts off like every, I think, 4 or 5 minutes. So what happens with, your local brick and mortars might not be able to have that particular cigar. They don't know about the cigar. They don't know the rep that sells it, or they don't know who to contact, or, for whatever reason, they're just not carrying it, or it doesn't sell well, right? They know, most of the brick and mortars know their clientele well enough, especially when it comes down to their regulars. They know what sells.
Yeah.
They know what if they're a good brick and mortar and keeping track of their regulars, they know the flavor profiles for the most part. You might be able to sell more Nicaraguan tobacco cigars in one shop than you do Dominican. Or if it's like that tobacco, we went to a shop that was really a younger crowd. They're not looking for strong cigars right now, right? They're not looking for the full-bodied smokes. They're really looking for something mild, and that's what sells a lot there. So for multiple reasons, though, brick and mortars don't carry every cigar selection.
Yes.
On top of the fact that their humidor might not be as big as just this shop.
Yes,
but,
exactly.
Again, if you can purchase a cigar from a brick and mortar online, go for it. So again, Corona cigar, when I started Zooming, when all this Corona stuff happened, COVID stuff happened, I would promote Corona cigars, not just because I worked it, but because we were getting amazing deals here, and you still get great deals here. It's just, I would say the same thing at Smoke Inn. Go to smokein.com and check out their selection. The Babno has an amazing cigar selection. And you purchase cigars from Abe, you're going to get those cigars in 2 days. Period. Across the board, the shipping is on point. They take pride in getting those cigars out to you as fast as possible. And if you haven't gone to Smokin's website yet, smokin.com, also check out the the Battle of the Band, and make sure you pick up a cigar prop sampler. Shorty, what is it? Shorty for 40?
Shorty for 40.
Yep, pick that up, and get your name placed in a raffle. So every sample you buy, every sampler you get, for each one you get your name put in a raffle.
Yep. So we have a question that was asked by Dave. Dave says, Ray and Princess, what are y'all's favorite FSG? I enjoy a mid to full body. So for me, I got to be honest with you. I enjoy everything from a mild to a full body, full strength cigar. And that's how I so to be honest with you, everyone.
You asked me what my favorite, and so David, I'm looking at David's book. David Wayne. So
Mhm.
give me a comment real quick if you're watching. You want me to be particular to FSG for the syndrome? So if it's specific to FSG Florida syndrome, there is one I am particular to. One that I consistently, purchase here when they have them. So if you're asking me about FSG, not a particular, not other brands, I can answer that for you.
Yeah. See,
So I just want an answer from you before I answer.
exactly.
But yeah.
Yeah. See, for me, I can't sit there and say I have one because, like, as I said, what I do is I go from mild all the way up to full body, from light all the way up
Yep.
to full strength. So, I mean, listen, I smoke the 601 Warheads and I get called like a brute because I can do a full strength, full bodied cigar and not get sick. Specifically FSG.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna do something. I'll tell you which one it is. I'll show you.
So for my answer is all of them. My answer is all. I don't have one specific one. So he also wants to know what FSG you recommend. And he's looking for, I guess he smokes a medium to full body.
Give me a second. I'm gonna tell you. I'm going to send myself the link for our podcast to my phone. I won't be able to hear you, okay? Because I'm not gonna disconnect and connect my headset to the cell phone. But I'll
Okay.
show you guys which one it is. Now I'm gonna lower the volume because it's going to mess up my audio. Give me 1
Yes.
second. You can use it. I'll do what I said I wasn't gonna do. I'll use my phone.
No, kidding.
And I'll explain my reasoning behind it.
I'm outside and the bugs are up, so I'm getting eaten.
All right, so I'm coming in, but I'm gonna mute myself on this thing.
Okay.
So as soon as I come in,
Look, I see your pretty face.
you see me on you see me on the computer, they don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the other feed up as well. I mean, they turn silent to
Okay.
get a better picture. See the audio. And lower the
The
volume.
audio.
Sorry.
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
Yep,
So I'm
nope, you're
going
good.
I'm gonna change the camera around so you see the back versus the screen.
There you go.
Okay. So again, you won't be able to hear me in a second. And I don't know if you can hear me through, if I unmute it, I'll try to unmute it. Maybe you'll be able to hear me through there.
Yep. Start walking.
Let me see.
Yep, you're good.
Can you hear me?
Sounds good.
Okay. So here's the FSGs right here. Okay. So you have your 6x60. The flavor profile on this particular cigar isn't going to change. What you're going to get on this particular cigar is going to be it's a pretty medium body, pretty medium amount cigar, the flavor profile. But from the FSG line, what I enjoy the most is farm rolls. Okay, so
I like
right
that one.
here at the FSG farm that's owned by Jeff Borchowitz and Claremont, what they do is before they ship out all their cigars and all that, they take tobacco and they grow cigars right here at the farm. And that's what that is right there. They go for $10 a pop. You can see it. That cigar is amazing to me. I really enjoy that cigar a lot.
It is a good cigar.
Okay? So now I'll take the opportunity real quick and I can show you guys the shop, So real quick, you have table seating. I mean, this place is always full. You have your as soon as you walk in the shop towards the FSGs, you have all your leads without a line against the wall, which is great. Your Pappy Van Winkles, your Arturo Fuente cigars, and again, your Drew Estate cigars here. Another cigar that is really not well known because it's one of their house cigars, and it's one of the original Corona cigars, is the Corona Gold.
Yes.
So you can find that right now, guys. But again, the Corona Gold Series is a very inexpensive cigar and nice quality tobacco. So check out the selection. I'm not going to go up and down the aisles. But you have an amazing selection here. One of the things that's very unique is this here. Free embargo cigars. Free.
Yeah.
So these cigars go back to the 60s. To the 60s. And they are here at the shop. They're priced at $400 to $350. I've smoked one or two in the past. Great smoke. And it's not for everyone. I don't expect by no means. I'm not saying, hey, go buy it, $400 cigar. But it's here.
Yes.
You know? Obviously, you have your Davidoff, you have your Padron, Placentia, and again, a cigar that you and I smoke a lot, maybe smoke a lot more of. I smoke out of date, and one of my favorite cigars in my top 10 is Byron. And I can go into more detail with the Byron and why I smoke those out of date, but just to show you the shop.
Yes.
Outside again, accessories, humidors,
selection of cigars. Again, check out the website coronacigar.com because to what they have here, and again, they have a lot of the new cigars. For example, the Fonseca
cigar. My father that recently
came out, which you can see a review for Fonseca cigars at St. Jimmy.
Can you hear me okay? I'm breaking up. I can hear myself breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Okay. It's just a huge shop, nice lockers, a lot of space. So again, when it comes down to the FSG, I'm going to be partial. I like the FSG. I would smoke it in a because it's a really enjoyable smoke any time of the day, but I like smoking them in the morning with my cup of coffee. But it's that farm rolled cigar that really has a lot of flavor, and you're really going to appreciate the FSG. It's 100% FSG. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Give me a second to set myself up. Can you hear me?
Yep, got you good.
Yeah, so that's the shop. Quickly, guys, I didn't come here today to really showcase the whole shop, but I'm glad that you were able to see it, a little bit of it. I apologize that tonight we're here to celebrate Jessica. Enjoyed this particular cigar, the Yagua. The reason I came here also, I purchased it only felt right to showcase here at the shop, right, to talk about this cigar here at the shop. So I hope you enjoyed the show. Again, please check out Smokin's website, smokin.com with David Badner. A great selection, great sample packs that he has going on there. Coronacigar.com for the Florida Sun Grown Tobacco FSG cigar. On top of the great deals that you're going to find as soon as you get onto that website. And just to give you an example of that real quick before we go, I will do this. It's just trying to get rowdy.
Also, while you're at it, check out the Don Kiki cigars. While you're at it, check out Don Kiki cigars and also Frontline cigars as well.
So this is the website for coronacigar.com. I'm going to not enter myself to win. Just to give you, look at that, free 10 count of bigger for 100 pound box of 100 pound cigars. Or pick one up for just $59.95. You have your Tatuaje cigars. Free high pack and lighter with box of a supplement cigars. Same thing on Monte Cristo, 55% off. And they give you a lot of times just keep the phone right on there. Obviously, the virtual event information is on the 2020 Presidential Cigar Roll. So here at Corona Cigar, they have a Trump cigar and a Biden cigar. If I'm not mistaken, the Biden cigar was created or is created by Espinosa Cigar. Specifically for Corona Cigar to have this battle of the top. Alright, so here it is. Check out that website. And like, for instance, they said, check out Don Kiki Cigars Superstore, DonKikiCigars.com, FrontlineCigars.com, both sponsors of the Cigar Enthusiast show. Princess Day, thank you for coming on tonight with me. Had a blast as always talking to you. For all you cigar enthusiasts, tonight's smoke was the Yagua cigar by JC Neman. So you can purchase that cigar at CoronaCigars.com. This is the shop I bought it at. It's got a couple of boxes up here in front. It comes in one size, that's the Toro. Let me grab my notes. It's a 6x64 Toro. I've been doing it, granted not in full like I normally do, but I'm not even halfway through on my smoke in an hour. But I'm also not puffing on it like I normally do because I'm doing a lot of talking, a lot of moving.
I can't say the same thing because I'm getting close to the nub.
Yeah. So David, that's my 2 cents. It's not worth a lot, but the FSG, I like the FSG cigar a lot. I think that Jeff Workowitz really came a long way from day one of that cigar coming out to what it is today. And the collaboration between Jeff Workowitz, FSG Cigar Production Farm, and Drew Estate, John Drew, on creating that cigar. What it is today is phenomenal. It's a great cigar. Great blend. Check it out if you haven't smoked it yet. We got, again, tonight's cigar that we were smoking is the Yagua, Y-E-G-U-A, by JC Neman. A very nice cigar. I look forward to smoking a couple more. Really, to try to pick out some of those flavors I did not get today, and I didn't get it earlier today smoking it. But again, a very enjoyable cigar. So as always, Princess Day, my darling. And I will talk to you soon, all right? Hold on 1 second. Yeah, take these out to all your followers.
I'll take it off. I'll see you soon.
I can't. I'm in public. All right, my people. As always, thank you for coming on and supporting Cigar Enthusiasts. All the sponsors have been strolling, or the shops that we're associated with, strolling at the bottom. Cigar Enthusiasts, cigar-enthusiast.com. Currently, we have cutters, lighters, humidors on the left and top of that flag. Coming soon to you, we'll also be selling cigars. And we're working with boutique cigar brands that are out of cigar shops, the brick and mortars that we're associated with. And we're going to be bringing their boutique cigars to the website for you to purchase and you will enjoy at an affordable price as well. So look out for that in the very near future, on top of other companies that we're currently contracting with right now to bring to the website for you guys. So all of you again, thanks for coming on. Stay classy, stay smoky. Glad it's tonight. 1 second. Stay classy, stay smoky, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot, guys.